Craig here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to build your very own website. Now, you don't really need any experience, you don't have to know anything about code or anything, because I'm going to show you each and every step. And because this website is going to be running WordPress as a platform, it's very easy to customize and put your website together. It's a great platform to use if one day you decide I don't really like the appearance of my website. Well, you can go and search for a different kind of theme and change the whole appearance of your website very easily without having to know any code. So the website I'm going to build in this video is the website we're looking at right now. So I'm going to quickly just run over this website and explain some of the features and what I'm going to be covering. At the top here we have a custom header image. I'm going to demonstrate how you can create your own. We have some social icons here, so if we wanted to link to our Facebook account, Twitter or YouTube, etc., we can simply link to the ones we want to appear. We have a custom menu. This is simply a button to go back to the home page, and we've created two pages. One is like an About Me page and the other is a Contact Us page. Then we have 4 categories, and we've created the categories because for this website it's about dog training. If ever I wrote posts about dog tricks, well, they would go in the dog trick category. If it was puppy related, well, obviously they would go in the puppies category. We have a search feature which will search the entire site. Now, this is just on the home page, but we have a featured slider, so we can add whatever images we want here, and the image will link to the post. Scrolling further down, you'll see that we have a brief snippet of each of the posts. We have the title, a featured image for the post, and then a read more link. All 3 of these, if clicked on, will take you to the actual post. And if I scroll down, you'll see that we currently have 5 posts on this website displaying a snippet from each one. You'll notice that we have these icons in the right corner here, and when you're creating a post you have the option to choose what type of post it is. So for example, if you were creating a post and you add in a video, well, you would select the video icon to appear. So if a visitor is scanning over the home page, it's very clear that this is a video icon, so they would expect a video. We have the option to add comments, +1 it on Google, like it on Facebook, and we have some sharing options here. Scrolling further down, we have the latest tweet. So if you use Twitter, you can set it up so your latest tweet will appear right here. This is an example website, like I've said already, and I've just added dog trainer Caesar. I don't think it's actually Caesar Milan, it's some affiliate person promoting products. And here we have an area where we can promote a product, or you can put what you want, but what's going on here is we are promoting a product. So if anyone comes down here and they're wondering what is a Dog Trick Academy, well, if they click over to the website and they make a purchase, we will generate, I believe it's 75% commission. Now on the right side here, this is what we call the widget area or the sidebar. So I'm going to be showing you how you can insert your own subscription area, so that if a visitor enters their email address here, they'll be notified of new blog posts that appear on the website. We have another, it displays the latest tweet. And the reason for this is because if you're viewing a blog post, you know what, I'm going to click over to one and we'll have a look what's going on. So this is one of the blog posts, and you'll see we still have my latest tweet here. But if we scroll down, you'll see that we don't have the tweet which was going across the bottom, because that's only on the home page. So that's the reason why we put that there. If we had a Facebook fan page or something, well, I'm going to be showing you how you can add your Facebook details here so people can like you via your website. And if you have a YouTube channel, you can set it up so that it will display a random YouTube video here. We have recent posts, recent comments, and then we have an area here with another affiliate banner. Now all of these features in the sidebar and widget can go in any order, so if you wanted to have an affiliate banner in this area, well, it's very simple to do that. If you want to put Google AdSense, etc., it's very simple, and I will be showing you how to do that too. So what we're looking at here is the blog post. You can have it set up so people can comment or they can't comment. I'm going to be showing you how to insert your images and links, etc. And then going over to Meet Craig, this is a blog page. I'm going to be showing you how you can make a full width page and you kind of eliminate the sidebar. And with pages, you have the option to include a product, like a pitch for a product at the bottom of the page, or you can pitch whatever you like. It's totally optional. I'm going to show you how to set up a custom contact form. So if somebody comes to your contact page, they can enter their name, email address, website, and comment. And when they click submit, it will be sent to whatever email address you have used to set it up. There's some more share options, so if you want to share it on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, Google+, etc., you can do that. Scrolling down to the bottom, this, I really haven't set anything up here, but this is the footer area, and you have the option to include 4 kind of widgets in the footer area. So again, it's entirely optional. If maybe you had a business type website or something, well, you could put like a customer testimonial in here. You can put wherever you want, and I will be covering that later in the video. So one other thing I would like to point out before we get started in building this website is not only is this WordPress theme, you know, it looks great on my laptop that I'm viewing it on right now, but if I was to view my website from a mobile device, I'm going to show you how it would look. Because this is using a responsive WordPress theme. So that means that everything kind of stretches and fits the screen size. So if I start to shrink in my screen size, you'll see that it's changed. So for example, if I was viewing this on my mobile phone, you'll see that my blog would, I'm not sure the exact width, but I'm sure you get the idea. That it's kind of set up so that you can, this would be your navigation because the menu's being shrunken. You can select, oh, let's go and see what dog trick blog posts you have. And you'll see that we have 1 dog post and we still see the sidebar, etc. Now, before I get started here, I would like to point out that on my website or on my YouTube channel, you will find many other videos related to building your blog. For example, perhaps you want to embed video on your website or have it load in a sort of lightbox. I'm going to be covering everything you need to know because I don't see a reason why you should pay thousands of dollars to have a website designed when it's relatively straightforward and there's no reason why you can't do it yourself, or even perhaps start your own business creating websites for other local companies. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me via my website or post a comment below. I'll generally reply within 24 hours, and if you have any other video requests, feel free to let me know. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so before we can get going, there's 2 things that we're going to need, and that is a domain name and a web hosting package. Now, these are both going to cost a couple of dollars, but you know, without these you can't do anything, because if you don't own a domain name, you can't tell somebody to go check out my website because it doesn't have a domain name, so you can't refer them to anything. And if you don't have a hosting package, well, you can't host your website online either. Now, I'm going to recommend HostGator.com. It's entirely up to you who you use. I've personally been using HostGator for several years, have no complaints and have had no problems. They have 3 basic hosting packages, and they're all dirt cheap. We have a hatchling plan and a baby plan and a business plan. Forget about the business plan, you don't need that. The only kind of choice you need to figure out here is, do you only plan on having 1 domain name? Or if you want to pay a couple of dollars more per month, you can host unlimited domains. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, and keep in mind you can upgrade from a hatchling to a baby plan later on should you choose to. So I'm just going to follow along, and we're going to go with a baby plan because that will allow us to host more than 1 website. I'm going to click on order now, and here we get to either enter in a domain name that we want to register, or if we already own one, we can enter it in here. I'm going to just enter in a fake domain because I'm not actually going to be going through with the purchase in this video. So I'm going to enter in the domain name that I want, and I'm going to choose a .com. Now, if you enter in a domain name like howtoloseweight.com, then odds are it's not going to be available because it's actually very hard to find a .com with a very common phrase or a common term. But if you keep plugging away, I'm sure you'll find a domain name that's going to be suitable. Don't forget you can have a .net or .org. But I always recommend a .com, especially if you want to, make money off your website and try and get it ranked high. So down here we have enter a coupon code. Now by default, it's always going to say summer, or well, actually no, it changes from summer, fall, winter, etc. But there's always a coupon code in here, and it gets you 20% off. Now, I have some of my own promotional codes, and if you use them, I will get a small affiliate commission for referring you. And if you decide to do that, I'll be very grateful. It's kind of what encourages me to create these kind of videos. Now, my promotional codes are, if you enter in HOWTOVIDEO, and then you click continue to step number 2, you're going to see that up here we can change our package. And we have the billing cycle. It's currently set to 1 month. Let me scroll down. Obviously, we'd enter in a username, enter in our billing information, etc. Now, they are going to try and sell us on these upsells. Now, the domain privacy, that's basically, it's going to hide who actually owns the domain name. It's going to make it private. Personally, I don't normally use this, but if you want to pay an extra $9.95 per year, then go ahead and check it. It's going to check this by default, add site lock. You don't need that, so just uncheck it. And you don't need any of this mobile website builder either, so make sure that's unchecked. So what we have here is the live chat, whatever, that's all free. Instant account activation, that's free. Your money back guarantee, you've got 45 days to see if you really want to do this or not. And we have hosting, it's the baby one, that's what we want. Monthly, it's going to be $9.95 per month. And because of the coupon code HOWTOVIDEO, it gives us our first month for free. Hosting add-ons, we don't have any, but for our domain name, we have to pay $15. So the total checkout would be $15, and then once a month we would be billed $9.95. And once a year, I guess you'd have to renew your domain name if you chose to renew it. Now I do have another coupon code. My other coupon code is HOWTOVIDEO25. Now that will save you 25%. But this only makes sense if you decide to pay for 6 months or 12 months at a time. You can pay for 2 years or 3 years and save even more, but personally I don't like to make long commitments, so I would never go past the year mark. So if you wanted to pay for 12 months at your checkout, you would be saving 25%. So you would save almost $30 on your checkout. So, you have to kind of play around and decide on what you want to do. Once you check out, you will be emailed from HostGator. It's going to give you your cPanel login details, your password, and some domain details. If you have any questions about the hosting, contact me on my site or post a comment below and I'll help you out. So, and again, the promotional codes were HOWTOVIDEO, that saves you $9.95 on your first month, and HOWTOVIDEO25 saves you 25% off the total checkout order. So inside the email that you receive off HostGator, you will have your cPanel login URL, the username and the password. Click on the URL, enter your username and password, and then click login. And after you've logged in, it's going to look very similar to this. So throughout this video, I may have to blur out some of my personal details just for security reasons. So this is basically what we call a cPanel, or also a control panel. Now inside here, there is tons of different features and tools. Special offers, that's just garbage. You can ignore all that. HostGator links, you can quickly click to go to live chat, etc. Here we have a whole bunch of video tutorials, but I don't really want to get into what's inside the control panel because I will be creating some other videos on the features inside your control panel. For example, I'm going to be showing you how to set up your own email, your email@mydomain.com, and showing you how you can send and receive email from your Gmail account, etc. What we need to do is we need to locate the software and services area, and we need to click on quick install, because what we want to do is install WordPress. So after you click on quick install, we're going to locate WordPress on the left menu, and then we're going to click continue. Now if you only have one domain name, well, that's the only one you're going to see here, but I have numerous domains on my account, so what I need to do is from the drop down menu locate the domain name that I want to install the new WordPress blog on, and that is going to be wa-invite.com. Now I don't want to install it in another directory, and I'm not going to get into that, so just make sure you leave that blank and your new site will be installed on yourdomain.com. Enable auto upgrades, I'm going to leave a check there. I'm going to enter my email address and my blog title. Well, you can enter your blog title here, but if ever you decide to change it, well, it's very simple to change from inside the blog admin area. So I'm going to enter in my blog title, my dog training website. The username, most people use admin, but I recommend, to be on the safe side, you kind of go with something a little bit more unique. So I'm going to enter in Welshie, and then we can enter in our first and last name, and then click on install. Now it's only going to take a couple of moments to install all of the files, and then it's going to say congratulations, blah blah blah. It's going to give you your username and your login password. Now this login password you'll need to keep in a safe place. I will be changing mine, so if you want to try and copy it and see if you can log in, go ahead. It's not going to be the same. So, but before we log in, I want to go and show you what the default blog looks like. So this is wa-invite, and I'm going to hit refresh. And this is the default blog. Now, as you can see, it has a sample page, a sample post, and it has a sample comment. They add a couple of sample things because they want you to get a feel for how it's going to look. So what we need to do is log into our blog. So if you're on this screen still, you can click here to log in, or if you for some reason closed it, you can go to your domain name and you can click log in. Now it's very possible that if you've only just purchased the domain, like within the last 30 minutes, that your website may not be loading, because sometimes it can take a couple of hours, even up to 48 hours. I've never seen it take 48 hours, but I believe they say that just to be on the safe side. Generally within the hour your domain name will be set up and working, but if for some reason you're getting a not found page when you enter in your domain name, then it's very possible you just need to wait another 15-20 minutes or so for everything to come through. If you wanted to log into the admin area, you can simply click login here, or you can simply come up to your URL and you put a trailing slash and then you put wp-admin, and this is going to redirect you to the login page. If for some reason you've forgotten your password, all of the details should have been emailed to you at whatever email address you entered there. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to enter in Welshie, and I'm going to enter my password to log into my blog. And this is RoboForm, it wants to save my details, but I'm going to click no because I'm going to be changing my login details. So this is basically the back end of our website, and from this point on, this is the only kind of area that we're going to need to be. We don't really need to be inside the cPanel of HostGator, and if you hang around, what we're going to be doing is basically turning this website into this website. So now is probably a good time to go and grab yourself a quick drink and a pen and paper so that you can jot down some notes that you may feel that you want to remember as we go ahead and create this website on our brand new domain. Okay, so hopefully you've grabbed yourself a pen and paper and a nice cup of coffee or something, and now you can sit back and watch me build the website. I previously messed up on the video, so I've kind of dismissed a couple of messages that you will see when you first log in. Basically, it was just like an intro and a brief description and some links taking you to pointing you to the correct pages where you would go and set up your, time zone, etc. It's nothing that important, and I will be covering those things anyway. But there was another message telling you to connect Jetpack to WordPress.com. You may only see this Jetpack here if you're using HostGator because it comes pre-installed. So before moving on, what I recommend you do first is go to Plugins and click on Installed Plugins. And this is for people using HostGator because HostGator automatically installs all of these plugins. Now, WP Super Cache, you need to click on Deactivate. Now, the reason I say this is because when you're first setting up your website, if this is active, it's going to cause some problems and you're not going to see all of these changes that you're making because it's going to be showing you the cached version of the web page. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. Just deactivate. We're going to leave Jetpack for WordPress.com active, and we're actually going to scroll up and click on Jetpack. Now, Jetpack is like one plugin with a whole bunch of features. But to use this plugin, we have to connect it to our WordPress.com account. If we click on Connect to WordPress.com from inside the blog, we can click on Need an Account. And then we're going to be presented with this screen. Now, it already knows that I have an account with my email address. That's why we're getting this message. But basically, you enter in your email address. It will give you a username. Then you enter in your password, click Sign Up. And then you just need to go to your email and confirm by clicking on the link in the email that you receive. Once you've confirmed your account, you can come back and authorize Jetpack. I'm just going to enter in my details. And now I can click on Authorize Jetpack. So basically now my blog communicates with WordPress.com. So now that that's out of the way, the one thing you may want to do is head over to Settings. Under General, we have where we can enter in our site title. So if it's not correct, you can enter what you want. We have a tagline. Now I'm going to delete that and enter in tips and tricks to train your dog. These URLs are fine. My email address is fine. The one thing I want to change actually is my time zone. Now I'm in Ontario, Canada, so I'm -5. Where are we? Here. And then I'm going to click Save Changes. So the next step is the appearance. So under Appearance, we want to click on Themes. Because if you recall, right now our theme looks pretty boring. It's a default theme, and we want to have our website look like this. So to do that, we're going to click on Install Themes, and we're going to search iFeature. That's iFeature, and click on Search. And here is the theme that we want to install. So I'm going to click on Install Now. If I wanted to, I could click on Details or Preview, and it'll give me a little preview of how it's going to look. But I know it's the theme I want to use, so I'm going to click on Install Now. I can do a live preview, but I'm just going to click on Activate. And my theme has been activated, and because this is like a special kind of theme, it has some additional options like what we're seeing right here. But before moving on, let's go and take a look at what our blog looks like now. So I'm going to click on my blog title, and that's going to reload my page. And as you can see, it already looks a whole lot better. Most of the appearance is controlled via the iTheme options. What we're going to do now is customize some of the options and go over the settings, etc. Now, if for some reason you get a bit lost, there's always like documentation. They have a form for support, and they also have a pro version, but I don't use the pro version, and I don't see why you need to use it either. But if you want to use the pro version, you can go ahead and purchase it. I forget the cost. I think it's around $30 or so. If you've lost this screen and you navigated away, you just go to Appearance and then iFeature Options. So we're going to click on Design, and we have the responsive design is on. That basically means, if I shrink my window, it's going to fit whatever size window. I'm going to turn responsive video on, and we have a select a skin color, gray or green with the free version. The pro version, I believe, has a whole bunch more. I'm going to leave it on gray. Typography, we can change the font, etc. I like that Tacoma. I'll select that one. Background, we have some different background options, and we can also use a custom background. So if we turn the custom background on, we can, set our own color, whatever we want. I'm just going to leave it like that. That's fine by me. Or you can select the background image. I don't want to do that, so I can leave all that as is. We have custom colors. I'm going to leave all that as is too. And I'm going to scroll up and click Save Options. Now I'm saving the options because I've changed the typography and changed the custom background color. So I'm going to click Save Options. Now let's see if we can see any difference. I'm just loading it in a new tab so I can flick back and forth. So as you can see, it's just basically the text which has changed here. Okay, so now we can go to our header options. So the active elements right now is the logo and icons and the I menu. This is the logo area, these are the icons, and this is the I menu. Now I personally recommend you just leave it as is. If you wanted to, you could drag some of these over here and etc. The way I have this website set up, it's basically just using the logo and the icons and the I menu. If we scroll further down, we have header options. Now this is where we can upload our custom logo, and the custom logo would replace this, the text here, it would replace it. Now I'm going to click choose file. Now I've already created my custom logo, and I'll be creating a separate video showing you how you can create a logo just like this for free using pixlr.com website. Now I'm going to click open. Custom logo URL, I know that's fine. Favicon. Now what this is I'm going to press on, and basically in the top of my tab in front of my title, it will have a little image. Now if I don't do anything, you'll have a default image, but to make it stand out, you can upload your own custom image. So I'm going to select that to on, and it's going to use the theme default favorite icon image. Same with the Apple Touch, we can put that on. I menu options, we can change the text of the menu. Alright, I'll go Tacoma again. A home icon, do we want this on or off? It's preset to on. The search bar, obviously that means this here in the menu, we'll leave that on. And mobile search bar, basically that means if we're viewing it from a mobile, it knows it and it will display a friendly search bar for the mobile. If I bring down the social menu here, we can have it like a grayish color, or we can, the color icons. Currently it was on gray. I actually prefer the color ones. It gives a bit more color. And here basically we can turn on and off whatever social networks we want. And obviously we'd have to enter in our own Facebook page URL or profile URL. Same with Google+, Flickr, etc. So let's go ahead and turn some of these on. Scrolling down, we have tracking. This is where you would enter your Google Analytics code. I highly recommend you join Google Analytics and install your code here. I will create a video covering this. So once you're happy with that, scroll up and click Save Options. Click on the Home button and see if anything's changed. So as you can see now, we've gone from this to this. We have our custom header logo. We have our social icons. So now we have the blog options. Now the blog options right here is, we have the iFeatured slider and the post pages. Now if you recall from the website we're going to be copying, we also have a Twitter feed and a product area. So what I want to do is drag over my Twitter bar and my product. Now you can put these in any order you want, but personally I believe that it should be your slider and then your posts and then some additional stuff. So for blog options, we can display, post excerpts. Yes, we want that on so that it doesn't display the full post, it just gives you like a snippet of the post. We can change what the link says, read more, etc. And we can set how many characters in length we want it to display. Enable featured images. I'm going to select yes. So when we create a post and we set a featured image like this, it's going to display it. We can align the featured image to the left, right, center, etc. Left is fine by me. Now the featured image height. Now this is 100 by 200. So obviously the default settings, which are 100 by 100, would result in it being a square. I would prefer like a rectangle, so I'm going to say 100 by 200. We have some people call these breadcrumbs. It would give us some additional details here, like who was the author, etc. You can turn these on or off. I'm going to leave them on for now. We may come back and turn them off. Do I want to show Facebook like button? Yes. Google +1 button? Yes. And moving further down, we have blog slider. Now here we can set it so that it displays all posts from all categories. The number of featured blog posts, enter in 5, although there's not 5 posts created yet. Delay, do we want a delay? I'm going to put in 5 for 5 seconds. Slider navigation, just so that people can navigate the slider. We'll leave that on. And we have our Twitter bar options. Enter your Twitter handler. So basically that is whatever your username is, I guess. I'm going to press Ctrl V and paste in Dog Trainer Caesar. Show at replies. I'm not really a huge fan of Twitter, so I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, we'll turn it on and see what happens. And here we have our product options. Now, if you don't remember what the product options were, this is where we entered in our product that we wanted to promote. So under product options, we can, the layout, what's this? Text left, image right, and vice versa. The product text, I'm going to press Ctrl V and paste in, I'm going to enter in my product kind of description. I'm going to give it a product title. We're going to call it the Dog Trick Academy. Now, we can enter in an image or we can enter in a video. What I did in the demo website was I clicked on video, and this allows me to embed some code. I'd already been out and searched a product that I wanted to promote, and I got myself the affiliate code to display the banner and display my affiliate link. Now I will be going over this later, but right now I'm just going to press Ctrl V and paste in my affiliate code. It has my affiliate link and it's going to display the image. Link to, and we would also put our affiliate link here, so I'm going to grab that. It's going to be this link. I'm going to paste in my link, and we can enter in the button text here, you know, buy dog training videos today. We have an SEO option. This is where we can enter in our homepage description and keywords. However, I'm going to recommend that you don't enter in details there, because what I recommend you do is you install a plugin called the All-in-One SEO plugin. I will be creating a video showing you how to set that up, and we'll go take a look at our changes. And you may not be able to see all the changes, but basically, because we only have one post, that's all we can see. And as I mentioned before, you can see when it was published, the author and the category, etc. That's what I recommend you turn off, because I don't think you need to see that. Here we have our latest tweet, and then we have our product. So next we're going to move on to the template options. What these are the different options for different kind of templates that are used on our website. So if you go to a post, you'll load in the single post template. So we have options that if a single post has been loaded, it will load up these options. Because we don't have any posts created yet, apart from a test post, it's hard to see if we like these options being turned on or off. Do we want to display the breadcrumbs? Let me just load up the sample post here. These are the breadcrumbs. It tells you when it was published, who the author is, and what category it's in. Some people like it, some people don't, so if you don't like it, just turn it off. The featured image, it would display a featured image here. I don't always have this on because I like my featured image to be displayed on the home page or in the categories, but when you actually view the post, I prefer it to be off. So I normally leave it off, but play around with it. The post format icons, that's these icons in the right corner, and then these are the breadcrumb options. So if you wanted to hide the author and display everything else, you can do that. Play around with it and you decide for yourself if you want to have these options on or off. And the post, I can't even say that word, basically when you scroll to the bottom of your post, and if you have another post in the same category, it's going to give you, let me jump over to the website I've already built. And this is a post, and if I scroll down to the bottom, you'll see there's a link here going to dog training tips, anyone can something, and dog training tips for new dog. I actually recommend that you leave that on. Now the archives, again, we have some similar options. For this, I would turn everything on myself. Now the search options, I would leave the post excerpts on. And the 404 page, what that means is, let's say you had an old post and it was, the link URL was ABC and Google had picked it up. Now maybe somebody was searching Google and they found a link to yourwebsite.com/ABC, and when they visit it, it returns a error 404. This is an area where you can enter in some of your own content or a script, or basically tell them, look, I'm sorry, the page is no longer available. Or you can enter in a redirect script and it will take them back to the home page. Now the footer, this is where we can enter in our copyright text. If you leave it blank, what it's going to do, it's going to use the website title. Or if we wanted to enter in our own little my custom message and hit save options, let me refresh this, it would say my custom message. So that wraps up the actual iFeature options. There's many more options in here. Now I just want to point out that should you get confused with any of these options, you can simply click on documentation, and this is going to take you to the website of the theme author. And if you have any questions, how do I use the iFeature free page options, and then it's going to give you an overview and explain what all of the features are, etc. So that pretty much wraps up the iFeature options, and I have a couple of other things which I should have pointed out in the very beginning, and that is when you install this theme, it installs these two extra links, CyberChimp's themes and Press Trends. If you click on here, it's just going to display some of the premium themes that are available to purchase, so unless you want to look at them, you have no need to click on it. And Press Trends explains about what Press Trends is. The next thing I should have pointed out is when you log into your website, into the admin area, and then you visit your home page, you'll notice at the top here we have a black navigation bar. Now only logged in members can see this, so if a visitor comes to your website, it's going to look as if they were logged out. I'm just going to log out, and as you can see, there is no black bar at the top. And the last thing I should have mentioned is I have a folder on my computer, and it contains all of the images that I intend on using, and it contains some text documents with the content for the posts that we're about to create. Now I've already pre-collected the images and the content to speed up this video. So the next step is we are going to create a few categories so that when we create our posts, we can place them in the appropriate categories. By default, you always have one category called uncategorized. And if you're on the home page, you could click here to go to the category options, or you can go under posts and click on categories. So we have a category called uncategorized. Now I'm going to click edit because I want to change the name. So I'm going to delete the slug, and I'm going to delete the name, and I'm going to call this dog tricks. And I'm going to leave the slug blank because when I click update, it's automatically going to make it a URL friendly slug. If I click update, you'll see that our slug is now dog-tricks. So the next category we want to call obedience training. I'm going to click add new category. And let's go one more, puppies. And we're going to add a new category. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, we're creating categories so that if I create posts about puppies only, then I can place them in the puppies category. Okay, so we're ready to add our first post, and to do that, we're going to click on Add New. This is what the post editor looks like. Up here, we enter in our post title. Here, we enter in the post content. I'm just going to assume that you have a basic understanding of all of these features. For example, bold, italic, underlined, you can change the text color, you can align a text to a different location, you can add a hyperlink, you can change the type of text. For example, you can put a headline. These are different types of headlines, H1, H2, H3, etc. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask or just do a quick Google search. We are currently in visual mode. HTML mode looks like this, and unless you know code, I don't recommend you go in HTML mode unless someone's told you you need to go and paste in some code. I already have copied an article I want to publish, so I'm going to press Ctrl V and paste. I'm going to paste in my post title, dog training tips anyone can apply, and I could, if I wanted to, just hit publish, but my post is going to look very boring because it's just some plain old text. Let's start adding we're going to add a H2 tag here. This should be bold. We're going to make that bold, make that bold, make that bold, make that bold. And we're going to have a H3 tag here. And these are actually the links from the original article. It was taken off eZine articles, but I'm not going to be making this blog public, and I will be deleting the content later on. If it was being public, then these links would need to be clickable, because that's part of the rules if you're using content from another website. So let's say we wanted to, let's use crate training as an example. Let's say we wanted to link the two words crate training to a website. What we would do is we would select the words and we'd click on this chain link, and that would allow us to insert a hyperlink. So I could enter in google.com and I could enter in a title if I wish, or using this feature here we can link to an internal page, so another page or post on our own website. So if we wanted to link to sample page and not Google, we can use this feature, this option, and click add link. So now we have a link going from this post to another post. On the right side here we have a format option, and it's got some different things we can select: gallery, link, image, quote, status, video, etc. And what that is this little icon you see here. So if I was adding a video to this post, then I would select video so that people understand it's going to have a video or something. Article, dog training tips anyone can apply. I'm going to put this in my obedience training category. And here we can enter in some tags, which a tag is something that's related to the content of the post. So I'm going to enter in dog training tips and press add, and we'll do one more, dog training, and press add. Now I don't recommend you enter more than 1 or 2 tags per post, and it's more like an optional thing. If you don't want to use them, then don't use them. It's perfectly fine. Now here we have featured image, and it's got a link saying set featured image, but we're going to come back to that in a moment. On the left here we have sharing. Do we want to show the sharing buttons? Well, yes we do, because the more people that share our content, the better it is. Here we have our iFeature slider options. Now what we're going to do is set our slider image. So if we know the URL of the image, we can enter it in here, or we can choose a file from our computer. So I'm going to press choose a file, and I'm going to go with dog1b, and I'm going to press open. If I want, I can add some slider text here. Now if I go back to the home page, I'll explain what that is. Hello World is the title of the post. Now if I entered in some slider text, it would go below the Hello World. So what I'm going to do is just grab like the first sentence of this post, and I'm going to enter in the slider text. Now the only thing missing from this post is an image. So before clicking publish, I'm going to insert an image. Now currently my cursor is flashing here, but I want to insert my image at the beginning of my post. I'm going to click there. Now I'm going to click on Add Media. I can drag my image over here, or I can click Select File. And now I'm going to click on Dog1 and press Open. And our image has been uploaded. Now we can give the image a title, and this is what we call an alt tag. Now I recommend that you pick something that's related to the post, like a keyword phrase. So I'm going to call this dog training, and for the next one I'm going to call it dog training 2. Caption, I'm going to leave that blank. Description, I'm going to leave that blank. Now link URL, if we leave it as is and we insert the image into the post, it's going to link to the full size image, which is 720 by 480, which is pretty big and wouldn't fit on the actual blog post. If we wanted to, you could enter in google.com and it would link to Google. But for now, I'm just going to say no, don't link anywhere. I want to make sure it's in line to the left, yes. And I want the medium-sized image to be inserted. Now, what happens here is when you upload an image to your website, it keeps the full-size image, and then depending on the size, it will make a medium size of that image, and then it will make a thumbnail of that image. I want to make sure that it's a medium size that gets inserted into my post. We also have a link here saying use as featured image, so I'm going to click on that and use this image as my featured image at the same time. And my last step is I want to insert it into the post. So I have my image. There is actually space between text and image, it's just you can't see it when you're in the editor. So everything looks fine and I'm ready to publish. Now we have some options here. We can just save it as a draft and come back and edit it later. Or, you can, there's different options. You can make it private and stuff, but I recommend you just, publish it. Or you can schedule it to be published at a later date. But we're going to publish this and see what it looks like. Okay, so let's go back to our home page and take a look. Okay, so here is our image, and there's the, just jump back. There is the post title, and there is the sentence that we posted below the slider image. So comparing the two blogs here, one thing I noticed that I don't like is I must have got the featured image size different, because that looks a whole lot bigger. So if I want to change that, all I have to do is go back to my appearance and feature options, and under blog we have blog options, and here we have the featured image size. So the width, let's try 250 by 150 and press save options. Let's take a look at it now. I'm not actually sure if that's changed. Now one thing I noticed that isn't on the other site is it's displaying the blog tags. And now I don't mind them being displayed when I click on the post and I go and view the post like this. That's perfectly fine if they're displayed at the bottom, but I have no need for them to be displayed on the home page here. So I want to get rid of these blog tags, and I also want to get rid of the author and the publish date, etc. So to do that, I'm going to jump back to my feature options, and under the blog we have the blog options, and scrolling down I'm going to turn all of these off, and I'm going to scroll up and click save options, and let's refresh my page. Yeah, that's starting to look better, because with too much going on around here it's a little bit confusing. You notice there's a little edit button here. You're only seeing that and this extra white space because I'm logged into my blog. Because if I wanted to go edit this post, I can click on edit and it will take me directly to the post so I can edit it. So let's pretend we forgot to attach the featured image. So I'm going to remove my featured image and add it via this method. So I can click on set featured image. If I've already uploaded the image, then I can click on gallery, and the gallery is going to display any images which are associated with the page or post that you're on. And I'm going to click on use as featured image, and that's done. Save all changes and close. Now I will have to scroll up and update my post. That's been updated. Now I'm going to visit site, and there we are. Okay, so I'm going to press pause on this video. I'm going to add the remaining 4 posts, and then when we come back we are going to go over adding content to the widget area. We're going to fix up our menu and a couple of other things, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's a few hours later because I had some errands to do and I had to go pick up my youngest daughter from after school. I've added the 4 remaining posts, and then I've realized that I kind of give you some wrong information. So I'd like to point that out right now. I mentioned that in the iFeature options under blog and then blog slider, I said that if we enter in 5 here, it's only going to display the maximum of 5 blog posts on the home page. Well, this number here controls how many slides are displayed within the slider, not how many post snippets are displayed. So as you can see, we have 6 here now. Now if I only wanted to show 5 of them or 4 of them, you have to go to a different location to change that. So under settings and reading, you'll see here blog pages shown at most 10 posts. So I'm going to change that to 5 and click Save Changes. Scroll up, I'm going to click on my home icon, and you'll see now that we only have 5 blog posts. It goes on to like page number 2. And one other thing was I originally had the sizes wrong with my featured image. If you go into the iFeature options and under blog again, you have the blog options. You can set the featured image height and width, but the only thing is, if the image has already been uploaded, then it's not going to make it any bigger. Because as you can see, when I added the other posts, it started using the 150 by 250 size. I've decided the first thing I'm going to do is we are going to create a About Us page and the Contact Us page. Now, if you've created a post, creating a page is going to be very easy because it's pretty much the same thing. Under Pages, we're going to click on Add New, and I'm going to call my page About Us. I'm going to paste in some dummy content. In this video, I'm not going to add any images because everything is pretty much the same. You can make things bold, italic, add in your headlines, add in images, change the color, whatever you want pretty much. But one thing that we are going to do is change the layout. Now here, you don't see this with the post options, but with page options, you have the choice to include the sidebar or create a full width page. Now, just in case you forgot, this is the sidebar. For this page, we're going to go full width, and we want to include the page title. And here, if we want to have the Twitter bar seen and a product option visible, we can drag those to our active elements. Now for Twitter, we just enter in our Twitter handle, and I believe that was Dog Trainer Caesar. Show at replies, sure, we'll turn that on. Product options, again, if we wanted to add something here, it doesn't have to be a product, it can be anything. The SEO options, like I pointed out before, I recommend you use the all-in-one SEO plugin. That's how we set up our page. Now I'm going to hit publish, and now I'm going to reload my website, and you'll see we have an About Us page. So I'm going to click on it, and you'll see that this is full screen, but we have the option to leave a reply. Now maybe I don't want to leave a reply, or I don't want the option for visitors to leave a reply. Now, I'm going to show you how you can turn those off. Now up here you'll see this screen options. Now screen options is on all pages that you visit from inside the admin area, and they're not always the same screen options, so you may want to look. Here we have a discussions. If we check that, it's going to be visible when we scroll down. You see discussions here, it says allow comments, allow trackbacks and pingbacks on this page. We don't want people commenting, so I'm going to first push that back up and click update. So basically what we've done is we've just turned off the option to add comments. So I'm going to refresh this page. And there, the comments have been removed. Okay, the next page I want to go and quickly create is the Contact Us page. So I'm going to call it Contact Us, and I'm going to enter in some dummy content again. We don't need all of that in there. And now what I want to do is insert a contact form. Now we're going to do it via this icon right here, and you're only going to see this icon here if you've activated the Jetpack plugin. So we're going to click on this once, and it's going to generate a contact form for us. So if all we want to collect is name, email, website, and comment, and the website is not required, we can simply click Add this form to my post. Now, we'll just leave all that as is. Actually, no, we'll take breadcrumbs off this one. And we're going to click Publish. Now I'm going to click on my home icon again. Now we have a Contact Us page. So if I click on it, you'll see the difference between About Us. This is what the breadcrumbs is on the page options, because I turned it off with the Contact Us page, so it's disappeared. And while I'm just on that subject, page title, if that's on, it's going to take the Contact Us from here and display it right here. Okay, so this is our contact form. It's automatically kind of used what information it believes that I should be entering. We're just going to enter in Craig, email address, website we're going to leave blank, and I'm going to hit test, and I'm going to hit submit. And basically what it's done is it's just emailed me these details here. So perhaps I want to add some additional kind of questions or such to my contact form. So what I'm going to do is edit my contact form. I'm going to highlight this code that it's generated and click back on the Add Custom Form. Maybe I don't want to collect their website, or I would like their phone number. So I'm going to click Edit. I'm going to change this to text, and I'm going to change that to phone number. I'm not going to make it required because most people don't like to give out their phone number. I'm going to click Save this field. So now we're asking for a phone number. Maybe I want to ask some other questions, so I'm going to add a new field. And here we have the choice. We can, create a checkbox, drop-down menu, the radio button. Perhaps we want to know what their favorite color is. Now, the first option that they could pick could be red, and the next option perhaps is blue. And we're going to make this required, and we'll save this form or field and add this form to my post. We're going to update, and we're going to refresh this page. Now you see it's asking for our phone number, and we have to check one of these favorite colors. So next we are going to look at creating our menu, because right now our blog categories are missing, and we have this sample page here, and maybe we don't want it in that order. So what we're going to do is head over to Appearance and Menus. Creating a custom menu is very easy. We simply, on the Menus page, we're going to enter in a name. I'm going to call it My Menu, and I'm going to click Create Menu. What we have to do is pick the theme location. Now this theme, you can add a custom menu to the header and the footer location. I only want to add one to the header menu, so I'm going to select My Menu and click Save. Now if I go and reload my home page, you'll see that the pages are going to disappear. The only thing here is the home icon, and that's because my menu is blank. So scrolling down here, we're going to click on View All for pages, and this sample page we're going to be deleting, so we're not going to put a check there. I'm just going to put a check next to About Us and Contact Us and click Add to Menu. And then we're going to view all categories, and we only have 3, so I'm going to put a check mark in them and click Add to Menu. And they're all here. If for some reason I wanted dog tricks to be the parent category, I can kind of make these child categories so that they would appear in a drop-down menu. Now I'm going to click Save Menu, and we're going to click on the home icon, and you can see we have About Us, Contact Us, and then we have like a drop-down menu here. But I personally want them all on the same menu. So I'm going to go back and drag them over, and I'm going to click Save Menu, click on my home icon, and there we have our working menu. Now if for some reason you have several pages that you want to be displayed in the menu, you can delete this search box from the menu. You do that via the iFeature options. Another option is you can edit the menu button label, and I'm going to show you how to do that. For example, you have obedience training here. If we click on the drop down, you'll see the navigation label has obedience training. Perhaps we wanted it to just say obedience, and we can also put in a title attribute. So if I put obedience training and then click Save Menu, click on the home button, and you'll see it says obedience, but the title attribute, what that means is if I hover over dog tricks, it doesn't have a title attribute, but if I hover over obedience, it'll say obedience training. Now the only benefit for this is for SEO reasons, but I'm going to create some other videos which will help you with SEO, search engine optimization. So now what we want to do is we want to add our subscription box and tweet and Facebook like and YouTube details to our sidebar. Now if you don't recall what it looked like before, this is the pre-built website, and we have a subscription box, the latest tweet, the Facebook likers, YouTube channel, recent posts, recent comments, and our advertisement. Now what we have to do is in our blog admin area, under appearance, we have widgets, and if we click on widgets, it's going to load up this page. Now all of the available widgets are all of these located here, and our sidebar widgets are right here. So what we currently have is a search recent posts, etc., and you can see search recent posts, recent comments, etc. So for starters, I don't want meta in there. I don't want my categories. Let's just get rid of everything right now. The first thing I want to do is add the blog subscriptions by Jetpack. So once again, if you've not activated Jetpack, you're not going to be seeing this. So I'm going to drag it over, and I'm going to click on Save. It has only that one line of text in there. And what I'm going to do is click on my home icon and refresh my page. And that's it. That's how it looks right out of the box. Now as you can see, I've made mine look a little more, well, it stands out a lot more than this one. Now I'm going to show you how I've done that. So coming back to my widgets, the deal is we can enter in HTML into this box area. Now I don't expect you to know HTML, but I'm going to show you a little trick that I often do to place HTML into widget areas. So what I normally do is I go over to posts and I right click add new, and I will open it in a open link in new tab. So I'll have my post right here, and I'm not actually going to publish this post. I just want to use my editor to create what I want to have displayed in the widget. Now to save time, I've copied the text I want to use, and I'm just going to paste it in. Now this is the same text as is seen here. The only difference is this is actually a headline and we have an image in here. So first of all, I'm going to drop this down a line so it's on a separate line, and I want to turn this into a headline 2 H2 tag. And maybe I want to change the stop to a different color. I'm going to put that red, and let's underline it, delete that blank line. But you know what, we want to add this arrow here. Now I've already downloaded it from iconfinder.com, and I'm allowed to use that image without having to link back to the original author or creator. So what I need to do is I need to insert an image. So I'm going to select file, and here is that image. It's a PNG, so it has a transparent background. I'm going to select open, and it's 128. That's pretty big, I think, but we'll just see how it goes right now. We're just going to click inline it to the left and click insert into post, and it's pretty big. I'm going to click on it once, and you see up here I don't want it linking to anything, so I'm going to click this and it will unlink it. And it's still pretty big. I'm going to click on this edit image and shrink this down. You see how that's shrinking down? I'm going to go 60% and update. That's good enough. And this title here, I'm going to inline it in the center. Okay, now I'm going to click over to the HTML, and basically I'm just going to copy everything, copy it, come back to my widget and delete that, and press Ctrl V and paste in my new code. And I also had different text in my button, I believe, didn't I? So you can enter what you want here. Subscribe today, it's free. Now I'm going to click save, and let's go see how that looks. There we are, not too shabby, eh? Now obviously you don't have to always do this, you don't always have to insert an image, but it will definitely draw more attention if it stands out a little more. Now I believe this Twitter widget is also part of Jetpack. It's way down here at the bottom. Now if I select it and keep my left mouse button down, I have to bring it up to my side widget. Now I'm going to let go. I'm going to give it a title, recent tweets, and my Twitter username, we're going with Dog Trainer Caesar. Maximum number of tweets to show, I'm only going to select one because for some reason it looks a bit funny if you select more than one. Hide replies, no, that's fine. No. Include retweets, yes. Display follow button, yes. And if I want to display something in between the tweets, I can put it there. But I'm only having one tweet, so I'm just going to click on save. Let's reload our home page. There we go, the latest tweet. If people click that, they can follow us. So next we have Facebook like box. That's our next thing. So bring that over, drop it below there. By the way, we can click on close. Don't click on delete, click on close, and it will kind of minimize the widget box. Now I've just put in like us on Facebook. Now the Facebook page URL, well, you'll have to go and get your own there. Now I'm going to press Ctrl V and paste in facebook.com Caesar Milan Foundation. That's his Facebook page. Now the width, we're going to enter in 275 because that's the approximate width of our widget area. And the height, you can play around with. The higher it is, the more stuff it's going to display. I'm going to stick with around 300. We have a color scheme. I'm going to stick on light. I only want it to show faces. You can have it show your stream or your wall. It's up to you what you want to do. Let's click save, and let's go refresh the home page. We'll click refresh, and here we have our Facebook like. And next we want to add our YouTube widget. Now for the YouTube widget, we have to go and install a custom plugin. Now you need to head over to plugins and then click on add new, and we are just going to search YouTube widget, search plugins, and it's not the first result that we want. We want to select this plugin here called YouTube channel. So I guess instead of searching YouTube widget, if you search YouTube channel, it would probably be the first result. But the plugin is called YouTube channel, and I'm going to click on the details. And I always recommend you click on the details and make sure it's been updated recently. You know, anything that hasn't been updated within a year, you should be kind of wary of installing this kind of plugin. You can get some details about the plugin and see some screenshots. It's going to tell you, you know, this is how you set it up, and this is how it's going to look in the widget area. So this is the one I want, and I'm going to click on install now, and then I'm going to click on activate plugin. Now I'm going to go to appearance and widgets, and now we should have a YouTube channel widget. I'm going to drag it up to my sidebar widget. I'm just going to call it our YouTube channel, and we have to put in our YouTube username. So This one is going to be Caesar Milan. If you want to specify a playlist, you can do so. I'm not exactly sure what the fetch latest means. I believe it's related to, fetch the latest video if it's longer than 4 minutes or something. And you can have the number of videos to show. Well, we only want it to show one because it's going to be in the widget area. I recommend you put a check there, try to fix no item error, and then click show random video unless you don't want to show a random video. And the width, again, we're going to go with 275, and the height we're just going to leave as is. It should fix itself. The aspect ratio, custom, no, yeah, we'll just leave it on custom. And what do we want it to display? The thumbnail, or object flash player, or iframe HTML5 player. You can play around with these and see which one you prefer. I am just going to use the iframe HTML5 player. We can hide player controls, and we have some additional options here. Show video, no, I don't want to show that. And if we want to link to our YouTube channel, you can enter what you want here. I've just entered our channel so you can see what it looks like in the preview. Show link to channel, open channel in new window, yes. Use target blank, yes. And then we're going to click on save. So I'm going to click on my home icon, scroll down, see if the YouTube is working. And here it is, yeah. So if I click there, it's going to play right in the widget area. Which is,
okay guys, I am in my...
Let me pause that. Which is fine because most people know that if they click there, they're going to go over to YouTube, or they click there, they'll head over to YouTube. And if they want to visit the YouTube channel, they just click there and they're off to Caesar Milan's online video channel. Next, we want to add some... What are we doing next? Oh, recent posts and recent comments. These are entirely optional. They're very easy to set up. So recent comments is right here. We're just going to drag it down to the widget area. We can close the YouTube one. I believe if you just leave that blank, it's still going to say recent comments. So we're just going to click save, minimize that, and recent posts. Yep, we'll drag that over here too, and we'll maximum number to show 5. That's fine by me. Save. Let's refresh the home page. Yes, so as you can see, it says recent comments. If you want it to say something different, then you enter in your own custom title. And the final thing I want to do is add the advertisement. Now, to add the advertisement, it's very easy too. Basically, you need to find the text widget, which is this one here, and we're going to drag it up and place it wherever we want the advertisement to be. To be a little bit different from the other one, we're going to put it in between recent comments and recent posts. And what we have to do is we have to find the HTML code to paste in here. Now, the code we have here, our recommended dog training course, I actually got the code from this website themselves. Now, if I head over there right now, this is their website and it's the affiliate area. And they tell you can earn 50% commission on every sale. Some of these dog training related affiliate sites, they offer you 75%, so you may want to look around. All you need is a free ClickBank affiliate ID, and I'll create some videos showing you how to do all this. So once you've signed up, you can enter in your ClickBank affiliate ID and click generate affiliate links, and this whole page is going to be full of different kind of things, ways that you can promote. It's going to have some pre-made tweets you can do, custom emails, all kinds of stuff. But what we want is the banners and graphics. And you see, if we wanted this on our site, we simply copy this code. And they've got different banners. Yeah, I believe this is the one that we have on our blog. And what I'm going to do is head over to my widgets, and I'm going to paste in the affiliate code, like that. And I'm going to give this one a title, otherwise nothing would be seen. But I want to tell people this is our recommended dog training course. Now I'm going to click save and close. And this time the recent post is going to be below it. So let's refresh the page. And there we are. Now, if for some reason, we wanted to display some AdSense, well, we would do this the same way. We simply paste in the AdSense code inside a text widget. Now, I'm going to create some videos covering AdSense too, because a lot of people like to use AdSense. I personally don't like AdSense. I would prefer to promote a product. But, if you go after the right kind of niche with AdSense, you can get some good money per click. And just before I wrap up this part of the video, I want to cover the footer area. Now, right now it has some default widgets in here. And even though you can't see them in here, if I go add recent comments and click save, now when I load up, refresh this page, all you're going to see is one widget, and it's going to be the recent comments. So if I scroll down, you'll see all we have is recent comments. Ideally, you want to have 4 widgets in your footer area. So just as an example, I've gone and dragged in 4 of the widgets into the footer area. And let's go refresh this. It's probably not going to look that great because there's not too much on this website. So if I scroll down, you'll see we have pages, recent comments, people can subscribe, and then we have recent posts. It's entirely up to you what you want to do, or you can simply not have any widgets on display. If you wanted to do that, you would simply remove all of these and just add a blank text widget, and nothing would appear. Now, I'm almost finished my video. I just have a couple more things that I want to run over, some tips and tricks and stuff that you're going to need to know. Now, the plugin Jetpack, it also has several other features which you should probably go over and see if you want to activate some, which may need activating. Now, the WordPress stats, now this feature, you can access it right here. So under Jetpack, you can go to Site Stats. And basically, this is going to give you some kind of details on the traffic that you've been getting to your website. We've only just created this website, so we're not really going to have any stats. The stats that you see here are just from me visiting the site. Now, if the traffic came from Google or Bing, or it's going to tell me who the referrer was. More often than not, it's going to give you the search phrase. So, for example, if somebody searched in Google, how can I train my dog, and my website was in the results and they clicked on it, it would tell me the search phrase that they entered into the search engine. It's going to tell us how many people are following the blog and the comments. It's going to tell us the posts and pages that have been viewed and clicks. If somebody clicks out away from our website on an external link, it's going to tell us the link that they've clicked on. There's another feature here which you will have to click on Activate. Now this is related to the comments. Now if you're not logged in and you go to one of the blog posts or pages with comments active, it looks like this. You have to enter in your name, email, website, and your comment, etc. But if we activate the Jetpack comments, I'm going to click Activate. I'm just going to go refresh this page. I'm in my incognito window, so I'm not logged in. Now, if I scroll down, you can see that when we click here to enter our comment, we can actually log in using our Facebook or Twitter or WordPress.com details. Now, there are other features, and you can click on Learn More to understand more about it. Like perhaps you want to use this carousel feature if you have a slideshow. The mobile theme, you don't really have to activate that because iFeature theme is a responsive theme, so it handles different sizes pretty well. With Jetpack, they also have a shortcode embed. Now, I want to point this out because it's very handy, especially if you wanted to display a video or something. So let's say we were on this post dog training overview, and we wanted to have a YouTube video here and perhaps a tweet related to this post here. I'm going to click on Edit to open up the post. It's in HTML mode. I'll switch back to the normal mode. So let's say we wanted to enter in a video right here. Now all we have to do, we don't need any fancy plugins or anything like that. You can simply go to YouTube or Vimeo.com and you find your video that you want to insert, and you simply copy the URL. So we're going to copy it, and we're going to go back to our post, and we're going to press Control V. Now, as you can see, this is actually a hyperlink because it's a different color, and if we clicked update, it would be like a clickable link. Now, what we have to do for this to work is click on this unlink so that it just becomes like plain text. So I'm going to click on unlink, and you see there's no underline on it anymore because it's a plain link. The next thing we're going to do, we want to put a tweet. So let's say we wanted to display a tweet from Twitter. Now, if we head over to Twitter and let's just search something like dog training, see what comes up. Mum is making me go to a dog training class today, blah blah blah. Okay, let's just say we wanted to display this tweet on our blog. Well, over in the right corner here where it says 8th of October, this is a timestamp to this very tweet. Same with this, 6 minutes ago, like this one for example. So I'm going to right click the timestamp, and I'm going to click copy link address. I'm going to come back to my post, and I'm going to press Control V, and so this is the timestamp to that actual tweet. Now I'm going to click on update, and we're going to view post, and let's see if we have a video. Perfect, there's our video. Hey look, and there's our tweet. Now can you see how that's kind of embedded? We can click follow, reply. Obviously I'm not signed in. Anyway, that's a simple, easy way to embed video and tweets into your posts or pages. And the final thing, which I should have pointed out, is if you go to posts and all posts, you can see that here is that hello world post. Well, we don't need it on our website, so we're going to click trash, and it'll be taken off to the trash can. This is our draft post where I created the content for the widget, and here you can see we have the list of categories. So we can see that this dog training and overview is in the category dog tricks and puppies. So, sorry, if I click on the puppies category, it's only going to show the posts which have been put into the puppies category. So as you can see, we have 3 of them. If for some reason we wanted to move this post to another category, well, we can simply edit the post and simply uncheck whichever category we don't want it in. Or you can do it like a quick edit. Now, a quick edit, let's say we wanted to take this out of the dog tricks category. So we go to quick edit and we simply, no, let's take it out of dog tricks, and everything else looks fine. If we wanted to make this a sticky post, we could also check that. And what a sticky post is, it means it's going to be like at the top of the post list for whatever category it's in. So if we had 10 posts in puppies and we made this a sticky one, this would always be the first post in that category. So we're going to click update. Okay, so that wraps up my how to build a website video. Now hopefully it wasn't too long once I compile all this together, and if you found it helpful, don't forget to hit the like and share button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be creating a whole bunch more type of videos which they're all going to be based around this website, and I'm going to use this website as my kind of model to go off. So if you're following along, you'll have no problem following along to my other videos. I have lots of stuff to share with you, but in the meantime, if you need any help or you have comments or questions, you can contact me via making a comment on this video or via my YouTube channel, or better yet, just head over to my website and contact me via my contact form. I look forward to hearing from you, and have a great day.